My wife and I were in Rome last summer and actually traded by the pool, take a couple of trades and then be done for the day and be able to go out and travel.
Well, thank you so much for connecting with us today. I'm so excited to get to talk to you. For those that don't know, Bo comes from an extensive background as a certified financial planner. I would love to dive into that a bit more and what your journey is transitioning to trading and where you are now. So was there anything that stood out to you regarding Stock Navigators that made you kind of pursue the program?
Yeah, it seemed unlike a lot of other programs that are out there that said, hey, follow my trades and you can be profitable. Seemed like it was more about education and learning how to trade, which was really what I was looking for, is some way to figure out how I could find trades on my own. I didn't want to be tied to in case somebody retired or didn't want to do it anymore, or you hear a lot of things about people copying trades and maybe they're front running your trades. I didn't want somebody that was going to show me. I wanted somebody to teach me how to do it.
Very cool. Anything about Tom's background that stood out to you?
Tom had been through working with a financial advisor and had lost a lot of money, and so took control of his, for lack of a better phrase, took control of his own destiny, and the ability to build an income that he could support a family on and do it over a long period of time was attractive. I really liked that he taught himself too, rather than having somebody else teach him how to do it. So I liked the idea that he figured out different things that work in the market that I thought if he had taught himself, then he could teach me and I could be able to find those trades myself as well.
Awesome, love that. And would love to kind of dive deeper into like the family side of things, right? You're trading, spending the time in the mornings, attending these live streams. How does your family feel about trading?
I'm very lucky, very blessed that my wife helps to get the kids ready to go off to school, but the really nice thing for me is in the afternoons, because I'm on the West Coast, I'm available when they get home from school and I can help do all that family time. Mm-hmm. We're also able to take a lot more vacations together, or trips together, so I don't have to take time off work because I can trade while I'm gone or not. Mm-hmm. My wife and I were in Rome last summer and actually traded by the pool, listening. I had Cleve in my ear, traded by the pool, take a couple of trades and then be done for the day and be able to go out and travel. So
awesome. That sounds like a perfect situation. Were you able to travel and spend time with your family that much before?
No, not at all. Yeah, I was able to travel we would have a week here or a week there, and I could still travel because I owned my own business. I could somewhat travel, but I was locked in. Even if we were traveling, I still had to be available during business hours for phone appointments or over Zoom. I couldn't just set it. The market's always there, so I can come back to it another day now. Okay,
love that. And let's dive deeper into, you mentioned that you are loving listening to Tom and Cleve in the morning, right? I guess what part of the program is exactly besides that has impacted your growth so far?
I had a very strong background in math and in finance, before trading, but I could never figure it out myself, and they do a really good job of breaking it down, and here's the steps and here's what needs to happen, and that's not something that you can really find. They lack of a better phrase, they dumb it down for me to make it a lot easier to digest. So that's been the most impactful piece, other than, like I said, listening to them on the live streams and having those aha moments when they're describing their own journey.
Yeah, and it seems like you have progressed quite far in your trading journey within these past 2 years. What's the next step for you now?
So I was able to sell my practice, my two businesses actually at the start of this year, and I'm transitioning out, so I still work as an employee, but the next step is, my goal is in the next 6 to 8 months, be able to make full-time income just from trading. And so that's being in the program has helped me feel the confidence that I can see my own trades. It's, like I said, when I'm on the live stream, there'll be times where I'll say, I'll have gone long, or I entered a trade with confidence, not just clicking a button, but entered a trade, and I'm maybe a point or two ahead of Tom and Cleve, and that's like the coolest feeling ever, where I'm ahead of the instructors, and they had the same thought. They just are saying, oh yeah, I think it's going up here, right? And so when I'm seeing it in real time, the same time as them or ahead of them, it's made me feel really confident. But the goal, like I said, the goal is to be able to fully offload the businesses that I ran and be able to have a lot more flexibility in my time. And then if there are other entrepreneurial opportunities that come up, I'd like to do those, but to be able to kind of explore different things.
Do you have a whiteboard for trading?
For trading, Yes. So in terms of trading, milestones that I have, one of them I still haven't, been able to hit is I'd like to have a $20,000 day. Obviously that's down, ways down, but that's manifesting to figure out how I can have. I've had really big days. Again, celebrated those on live streams, listening, letting people know, letting other traders know that it's possible, but having a day where I could have you hear about that being possible for a lot of people. And so it's steps along the way to say, if I could have a day like that, then to build up to that, I need to have a bunch, smaller days and then bigger days. And then a big part of the step is the thing I'm still working on is to not get too big for your britches, as it were. Feel like I'm so confident, I know what I'm doing and I can just, go all in to get the 20,000. And so that's a goal that I have from a trading perspective. I'd also like a goal, again, a stretch goal. We talked about manifesting down the line. I'd like to have $1 million in my trading account.
Very cool.
Who knows when that'll happen? But.
Hey, write it down, look at it every day, and you never know what can happen, right?
Exactly.
The only person stopping you is you yourself. That's what they say. Very cool. And any takeaways you want to share to the audience who is watching and considering joining Stock Navigators?
Sure. So basically the way that I look at it, if you're the kind of trader that wants to get into a situation where you're following trades or someone's saying, hey, buy here, sell here, that sort of thing, Stock Navigators isn't the place to go. If you're looking for someone or a team, I shouldn't say someone, because sure, Tom leads the program, but there really is a team, a support group where you can learn and learn how to find your own trades. Then Stock Navigators is it's a great place to do it. They will really take care of you. The community is supportive. They give you time and they give you the resources to make it your own. And like Tiffany said, it's the only thing that's stopping you is you.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining us today, Bo. It was a pleasure being here with you. And thank you so much for tuning in, guys. Really appreciate it.